Martha White.
Yes, ma'am.
Goodness gracious, good and light, Martha White.
Martha White.
For the finest biscuits ever was. Get Martha White self-rising flour, all-purpose flour. Martha White self-rising flour, hot rise plus.
All aboard for a good time early in the morning here at 5:45. It's the Lester Flatt Show with Lester Flatt and the Nashville Brass, a pre-recorded program of great bluegrass music for you, brought to you by Martha White Hot Rise Flour and Cornmeal. Goodness gracious, they're good.
For the finest biscuits ever was. Get Martha White self-rising flour, all-purpose flour. Martha White self-rising flour, hot rise plus.
And if this is your first morning to listen this week, we got a big surprise. All this week we've had John Hartford with us, and he's with us still. And right now, here is Lester Flatt.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Grant Turner. Good morning, everybody. Welcome once again to Martha White Time. We're going to kind of start off this morning with our special guest here, Mr. John Hartford. We're happy to have him with us this morning. He's always so busy, either working colleges or counting his money, one across the country. John, kind of take over and tell the folks what you're going to do for us. Huh?
Well, I'd like to send this song up to Chattanooga, Tennessee this morning. The Julie Belle Swain is a mighty fine boat. I got a mighty fine captain, too. I got a big red wheel that goes around and around, and a bunch of old hippies for a crew. Well, I can't stay here, well, I gotta get away. I'm Chattanooga, Tennessee bound. Gonna get my banjo and put it on my back when the Julie Belle comes down. When the Julie Belle comes down. Dennis and Moon and Bob Burnett and Doc and Lori too, all one big steamboat family, the Julie Belle steamboat crew. And me, I tell you, we gotta get away. I'm Chattanooga, Tennessee bound. I'm gonna get my banjo and put it on my back when the Julie Belle comes down. When the Julie Belle comes down. Well, I come up the river the other night, darker than the inside of a cow. Ain't nothing like a crooked old river, straighten my head right out. Now I love my love, she's as pretty as can be, and I love to take her down. Cause pretty ladies really like to ride when the Julie Belle comes down. When the Julie Belle comes down. It's the landing whistle.
That's good, John.
I like that.
Right.
Well, Les, I believe my breakfast is about to wear off already, and I was thinking about how good some Martha White hot rice cornbread would be for lunch.
Well, now, we call that dinner over there, House Grant.
Well, now, if you have dinner at lunchtime, what do you have at dinner time?
Well, we have supper, and whatever you call it, though, it's going to be a lot better if you have some good Martha White hot rice cornbread.
Boy, you won't get any argument out of me about that, Lester, especially if you've got some good vegetables. Fresh, dried, or frozen, they're better if you serve them with Martha White hot rice cornbread. And to make that good cornbread, you just add bacon drippings and milk to Martha White self-rising cornmeal. Now, give it a few quick stirs, and your batter will be ready for that sizzling hot skillet. Hot rise, a special leavening ingredient, acts more in the oven than it does in the mixing bowl. And when it feels the heat of that oven, well, your Martha White cornbread is going to rise up high and light, tender and delicious, moist in the middle and brown and crunchy on the outside. Now be sure to try it. It's Martha White self-rising cornmeal with hot rise. Goodness gracious, it's
down the road, just a mile or two, lives a little girl named Pearly Blue. Got so high and her hair is brown, the prettiest thing, boys, in this town. Now, anytime you want to know where I'm going down the road, get my girl on the line. You find me there most any time. Now every day and Sunday too, I go to see my Pearly Blue. Before you head Rooster Crow, to see me heading down the road. Flatt, he owned a farm from the hog lot to the barn, from the barn to the rail, made his living by carrying the mail. Every time I get the blues, I walk the soul right off my shoe. Don't know why I love her so. Gal of mine lives down the road. Oh, that's a little number entitled Down the Road, one we recorded back in 1800 and something. I don't remember just what it was. Still get requests for it. Hope you enjoyed it this morning. It's hymn time. We'd like to gang around and do one for you entitled He's Coming Back, He Told Us So. The book of life is slowly closing. We must reap just what we sow. Get on your knees and pray to Jesus. He's coming back, he told us so. We have no promise of tomorrow. So wash your sins as white as snow. Be sure your heart and soul ready. He's coming back, he told us so. He told us so. Nobody knows the hour he's coming, not even his angels, they don't know. Let's always keep his 10 commandments. He's coming back, he told us so. We have no promise of tomorrow. So wash your sins as white as snow. Be sure your heart and soul ready. He's coming back. He told us so.
All right, that's Lester Flatt and the Nashville Grass. Us will be right back. You know, cornbread is good most any way you fix it in the black iron skillet as muffins, corn sticks, or corn cakes. But there's one kind that's outstanding to me, and that's Martha White hot water hoe cakes. Now, all in the world you have to do is pour boiling water over Martha White self-rising cornmeal and stir until you get a batter of spoon-dipping consistency. Not too thin, though. 1 spoonful of batter makes 1 hoe cake. And you fry it in a little oil until it's brown and crisp on the outside and tender and soft in the middle. And that's all there is to it. And that whole corn flavor really comes through in the finished product. Now, they're excellent with most anything else to eat, so be sure to try them. Hot water hoe cakes with Martha White self-rising cornmeal with hot rise. Goodness gracious, it's good.
What makes you want to leave? You gave me your love and you gave me your vows. Now you're leaving me here to grieve. Live and let live, don't break my heart. Don't leave me here to cry. I never could live if we should part. Tell me you don't mean goodbye. So you're the one who's making me cry. You're the one who'll break my heart if you go. Tell me don't mean goodbye. Live and let live, don't break my heart. Don't leave me here to cry. I never could live if we should part. Tell me you don't mean goodbye. Pick on. Last night and I walked the floor. What makes you treat me so? Live and let live, don't break my heart. I don't want to live if you go. Live and let live, don't break my heart. Don't leave me here to cry. I never could live if we should part. Oh, tell me you don't mean goodbye.
Laying the thumb to the old five there to wind up Martha White time this morning. We'll be called on you again tomorrow morning along with all the Nashville grass. Big Tig's going to be with us, of course, and our special guest John Hartford will be here. So be sure and join us then. Thank you so much for buying a good Martha White. Martha White.
Yes, ma'am.
Goodness gracious, good line, Martha White.
Martha White.
For the finest cornbread you can bake. Get Martha White self-frying meal. Hot rice self-frying meal. Martha White self-frying meal, for goodness sake.
Yes, friends, be sure and join us again tomorrow morning at this same time for another great Lester Flatt show. Lester Flatt and the Nashville Grass, back with another program of traditional bluegrass picking and singing. In the meantime, when you shop, ask for Martha White hot rise flour and cornmeal. Goodness gracious, they're good.